Hello there. You are probably watching this video because you are either new to Team Fortress 2 or you've seen it, never played it, kind of curious about it. So, Team Fortress 2 can seem kind of intimidating at first. If you look online, there's all sorts of stuff about strategies and what weapons you have to have and things like that. And the truth of the matter is, just to play Team Fortress 2, you don't need any of that. It's a really easy game to pick up. So in this video, I'm just going to be going over the different maps that are out there for TF2. Each map is its own type of different gameplay. So just to start off briefly about Team Fortress 2, it's a free-to-play, first-person online multiplayer shooter, which is quite a mouthful. There are various maps for the game with different objectives, but they all involve Team Red versus Team Blue. One of the things I love best about Team Fortress 2 is that all the game types favor a team that works well together and communicates well over a team that has each person doing their own thing. So, for most cases, if you're out there and you've got one or two people that are really awesome at the game, but they're not working with the other people on their team, they're just not going to do as well versus a team that everybody's talking, communicating. Maybe they're not the best players in the world, but if they're working together, they stand a much better chance than someone who is just off doing their own on the other team. So let's just get right down to it and talk about the different map types. Alright, the first map we're going to take a look at is Payload. In Payload, the blue team, which we'll call offense, is trying to push the bomb cart, which that's the bomb cart right there, from one end of the map to the other. They push the bomb cart simply by standing next to it. The more people on blue team standing next to it, the faster the cart moves. If you look at the bottom, you can see there's an icon representing the bomb cart, and when somebody is pushing the bomb cart, it will show a number telling you how many people are pushing the bomb cart. Red team is essentially defense, and they win the game by preventing blue from pushing the cart and running the timeout. This map is upward, and if you look on bottom, there are actually 5 different points to where the cart gets pushed. So blue team starts out on the far other end of the map, and once they push the cart so far to one of the marked control points, then they get more time added. Once they get it to I believe it's the second point, then their spawn point changes so that they actually will spawn a little closer to the cart. So, that's really nice because if the spawn points didn't change, it would take away a lot of the pacing of the game, because it would be no fun to spawn at the beginning of the map, spend 10 seconds walking to the cart, then dying and having to wait to respawn again. Payload is a very easy map to pick up and learn, and I think it's one of the first maps you should give a try, especially before King of the Hill, which is the one we'll be talking about next. And again, in a map like this, the team that works the best together generally will do better than teams that are not working and communicating at all. Alright, next up is King of the Hill. This is King of the Hill Lakeside, and I'm getting ready to come up on the control point. There it is. In this case, red already controls the control point. You'll see a timer up top in red. That is how long we have to control this point to win the game. Blue can take the point back by standing on it, and if they take control of the control point, then their timer starts going down. The object, of course, is to get your time to run out first. These maps are generally pretty small. We'll take a look. I'm leaving spawn here. Blue has a mirror of what we have, so it's through a house and then control point in the middle. So it does not take long at all to get to the control point. And in a game like this, it's really hard to set up a solid defense, so typically this is a very offense-oriented map. And it's very important on maps like these to figure out where the health packs are, where the ammo packs are, and really not a lot to say on it. It's a very simple gameplay. If you've played King of the Hill and other first-person shooter games, then you'll be very familiar with how this works. Alright, the last map we're going to be looking at, this is Attack Defense. Right now I am playing a Pyro on the red team. The way Attack Defense works is that there are control points, and when the game starts, red automatically has control of both of those control points. And blue wins the game by getting both control points captured, and red wins the game if they can successfully keep blue from capturing them before time runs out. The difference between this and, say, King of the Hill is that once blue captures a control point, red has no way to get it back. So red is very solidly on defense in these kind of games. You can see in this video I'm switching classes. In another video I make, I will discuss the different classes and what role they each play, what their strengths and weaknesses are, especially in terms of attack defense. What I just passed there was the last control point. Blue cannot capture that last control point until they capture the first control point. So that does add a little bit of strategy to the game. As red, I know I need to put some effort in keeping this first control point captured, but I also we'll take a look at this footage here. Blue is getting ready to capture this control point. So once they've got it, I'm not going to try and go and kill what blue team members there are. Instead, I'm going to turn around, run away with 2 medics behind me, and I'm going back to this last point to make sure that nobody is on it, to go ahead and set up a sentry. And then once we play this map a couple times, we will switch places, and blue will go on to defense side, and red will change into blue, and they'll play offense. After both games are done, then the game will compare the score and the winning team will be announced. Alright, that is 3 different maps we covered. That was Payload, King of the Hill, and Attack Defense. There are, of course, many other different maps and gameplays out there, but these are the basic ones. These are the ones that will really give you a good idea of how the classes work. And if you're new to Team Fortress 2, I would encourage you just to give these maps a shot before you try some of the other more advanced maps. And again, if you're new to TF2, enjoy the video, enjoy the game. I've been playing Team Fortress 2 for years, and it is just a lot of fun.